What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Check-In with Black Menswear. I'm here with the fashion king himself, Mr. Queyoun Makor. What up, Q?
How's everybody doing?
Man, I think they're doing pretty good, man. I think they're doing pretty good. Now, I'm doing good because I feel like I'm really in menswear royalty, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this influencer space, when it comes to brothers that really, you know, kind of put it on, but do it in their own way. So, you know, our conversation today going to be a lot around this evolution, right, of high fashion, because fashion is what fashion does, right? So before I get into all of that, right, before I talk about what you like to wear, what you don't like to wear, you, sir, have built an entire brand off of being a dope, fashionable person, right? You know, for those that don't know, you follow at Queyoun, Queyoun, right? But how were you able to find your voice specifically in the fashion lane versus some other components of social media?
I think for me, it wasn't something that I intentionally did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, honestly, I think everybody considers themselves to be pretty stylish, right? So it started for me, I guess, just getting into the suit game. Okay. You know, so I had actually had a situation where I was going on a cruise and I ain't had no suits. I would always be wearing my dad's suits or my brother's suits. It'd be hanging off my shoulder looking crazy. So I think I went to Express, copped me a suit or two, and put the suit on. And when I went on the cruise, we was out and about and they just kept complimenting me, bro. Telling me, like, oh, this looks good. And I'm like, man, whatever. You know, they gassing me up or whatever. Yeah. So got back to the States. My sister invited me to a wine tasting event. And she's like, yo, you got to wear like a suit, some business casual. So I'm like, well, yeah, I got something for this. I just went to Express. Yeah. So I wore it again and I'm like, man, I can't keep them off of me. You know what I'm saying? They complimenting me doing the same thing. So, you know, I'm like, I might have something with this. Yeah. I started doing, I was a teacher at the time. So I had to wear suits and stuff. Mm-hmm. I continued to get a lot of compliments. Mm-hmm. You know, I was like, you know what? Maybe we'll try a photo shoot with the suits on and the rest is history. Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so in the students, now how do the students react to you? Like, oh, that's a teacher, that's the fly teacher, or like, man, why you got a suit on? Like, how did the kids come at you?
I mean, a little bit of both. Okay. So they're like, why you always wear the suit? And then I think they thought it was pretty cool. A lot of them, my growth on social media started while I was still teaching. Mm-hmm. So they would come up to me and be running up like, oh my God, I saw you on so-and-so. You was on the chip bag and I saw you, yada, yada. Oh, yeah. So, you know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. But then so now, you know, since then you've made a living off of your style, right? Mm-hmm. You know, you get invited places and you get paid to do dope content and, you know, and all of that. Now, what about your style do you feel like people love the most?
Ooh, I would say, I don't think there's one particular thing. I think it's the versatility. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of different types of styles that I like. So I love to do menswear type stuff. I like to wear suits, but at the same time, I like to do some athletic wear, you know, some streetwear. And sometimes I mix it up. As you can see, I got a suit on today, t-shirt, ball cap, got the J's on, you know, I'm chilling. So there's a really wide range of stuff that I like. So,
and I know you and I were talking a little bit earlier about like fashion faux pas and things like that. And you was like, I don't think there really are. Well, from your perspective, there really are none, right? Because what do you think about style? How do you feel about people that wear what they want to wear?
I think your style is your definition of what you like. So I don't think that, you know, anything is wrong. Like you can express your personality through your personal style. And I don't know. Like we were talking about the white socks with the loafers and, you know, we talked about, you know, a couple different things, but I like it all, man. Yeah. You know, honestly.
Who would you say is your favorite style icon, right? When you just look at all the guys that are, you know, style, Joey Badass and Ye and you know, Usher. Like, there's so many people that embody style from different perspectives, man. Who would you say? Give me your top three. Top three stylish gentlemen.
Oof, that's very difficult, man. And you want me to go with celebrities?
No, they gotta be celebrities. It can also be People you know.
You know, some of my partners, man. You know, why not?
Yeah.
I like Mr. Little, Rashad Little.
Yeah.
I think he's a very stylish young man.
For sure.
My guy Trey.
For sure.
Also my homeboy Ladarius, D-Juice.
Yeah.
Those are real stylish guys.
I know all of them guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to the squad. And I love that because they have all been able to take their perspective on style and help to show other men just different ways that you can be stylish, right? And that's a big thing. Like a lot of, and especially one that really rises to the top is going to be Trey.
Right. And
from the space of the fact that, Trey is now given, wrote a whole book around, my style guide and what to do and what not to do, is giving us instructionals. But you forget that a lot of guys are still just kind of trying to find their way when it comes to style, man. When you think about guys that are leaning in for style advice, what would you say that you can give somebody from a style advice perspective?
I think the number one thing is really just to be true to yourself, right? Because everybody's version of perfection is different. So I don't know. I think a good place to start would be just really honing in on menswear.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't just mean suits. That could be, polos, trousers, t-shirts, just more of an upscale type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe branching out from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When
you think about, like, I know you love suits,
yeah,
but then you also love streetwear.
I do. Which
one of those?
I wouldn't be able to say I love suits more than streetwear because I have such an athletic background.
Mm-hmm.
So, I try to just incorporate both of them into my content. And honestly, that's how I got with the agency that I'm with.
Yeah.
So, I believe my first agent, he contacted me and he told me that he really liked how my photography was just different. And, when I asked him, like, what does he mean? He was like, man, I love how you incorporate the athleticism into your content.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
You wear the classic menswear type of attire, but then you're kind of jumping all over the place. You know? Now, I hurt my knee a couple of years ago, so I couldn't do the jumping around, but I'm back though.
Yeah.
So y'all see more of that.
Now, when you think about, the athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite, I'll say probably my style icon for me personally has been for a while. It's been Chris Paul.
Okay.
But
but
to your point, I love how he's able to, take a suit and dress it down.
Yeah.
Right. That balance of, because that was the thing for me. Like I love suits. I love suits. But I also wanted to be able to, and the thing that I understood, especially when I started getting custom suits.
Yeah.
Well, my custom suit, especially my trousers, and those are the most comfortable trousers that I have,
for sure.
Because they're made to my body, right? Joggers are cool, jeans are cool, but the pants that I got made with this suit, they fit me perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it became an idea around, all right, well, shoot. All right, let me do that with the t-shirt.
Right.
Let me do that with the sweater, with the hoodie.
Exactly.
Then I can put it on, especially we getting pants that are cut above the shoe.
Right.
So now let me throw some tennis shoes on there and it's not bunching at the bottom. Like it actually fits and flows.
Yeah.
And that's been a resurgence. And I know you're probably going to say, do what you want to do, but how you feel about suits and sneakers?
Do what you want to do, man.
Do what you want to do as you sit here with some sneakers on.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I know that some people may say it's a fashion no, but at times you just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I do know how to dress up and put it on if I need to go to a formal event, but right now we just having a good time. We talking, having a conversation, man.
Right.
I can wear my Jordans.
Right. For sure. Now, speaking of J's,
yeah.
What would you say, and maybe it's not a Jordan, but like for you, give me your top 3 sneakers.
Non-Jordan.
Or they could be Jordans.
Could be Jordan.
Could be Jordan too, yeah.
Chicago ones for sure.
Okay.
I know people, it kind of goes up and down. People are like, I like Jordan ones. I don't like Jordan. But it's, it's always a staple for me.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling Asics and New Balance. I don't even know the particular style.
Yeah.
Those are really something I've been incorporating in my content, and it's very comfortable. So, yeah.
Now, you like the chunky ones, or more so like the running, the dad shoe?
For the New Balance, I like the chunky ones. I like to wear the chunky joints with like some baggy pants and whatnot.
Yeah.
I like the running shoes for the Asics.
Okay.
Yeah. You know I'm a dad, man.
Yeah.
I'm dressing like
right.
a dad, man.
Right. Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, dad fits are inspiring nowadays. You know, people that aren't dads want to dress like dads. Right. So our values gone up, our stock has gone up when it comes to fashion.
They see the swag, man.
Yeah. Now what about, like, do you do accessories? What are your go-to accessories?
I'm not a big accessory guy, but when I do,
I
like to wear a nice watch.
Yeah. So, primarily watches for you.
Yeah. Just watch, man. I don't really get into the Cuban links and all that stuff, man.
The rings.
Yeah.
Only ring I wear is my wedding ring, but like I know some guys that
put
on like
4 or 5.
Yeah,
bro. Dude.
Yeah.
Not my style, man.
Keep
it low key, man.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the balance between style when it comes to attire and also like confidence. Do you see a tie-in between that, between how some guys, they dress a certain way and they exude a certain level of confidence?
Definitely. I mean, I feel like your style, it matters first and foremost. I mean, got to dress the way you want to be addressed.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're dressed well, you feel more confident, and everybody knows it. They tell you.
Yeah.
You can feel it, so definitely I feel like it's a confidence booster. And I don't know, I encourage more men to dress up more frequently.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you start seeing, like, from your relationships, brand partnerships and things, did the door open more for you from a space of when you started leveraging suits as a part of that, just that walking into a room, into a meeting, into an event, right? Somebody invited you out to these events and now you come with the suit on versus another casual fit. Did you start seeing some of the benefits there?
Yeah, like I said, man, I definitely think the price goes up when you're dressed nicely. People take you a lot more seriously. You can see the respect that people have for you in the room. So yeah, most definitely. I feel like the value of the partnerships and everything that came my direction improved.
Yeah. So now, looking at suits, right? Specifically suits. Are you what's your ideal suit? Break down your ideal suit for me. You a single breast, double breasted, cuffs, no cuffs? What? Take me through your. If you're at the designer right now and they say, you know what, let's make something from scratch. How you breaking that down?
I like so many different types of suits, but I guess if I had to choose right now, I've been feeling the double-breasted suits just because I got broad shoulders and a big back, so it fits me a little better. Yeah. I've also been feeling like I love peak lapel suits, so wide peak lapel, and that's because I have broad shoulders. I just feel like it looks better, but also high-waisted trousers. Okay, It's something I've been feeling here lately with the adjustable straps on the side.
Yep.
Just a relaxed fit on the pant. No cuff, just simple.
No cuff, yeah
just simple.
And now we see a resurgence of baggy, but we were also talking about this off camera. The baggy of today is different than the baggy of the past. I think the baggy of the past was just like oversized.
Yeah.
Like, we just go a couple of sizes up. Right. Versus the baggy of today is actually form fitting.
Exactly.
But it's baggy. And I've noticed you got some wide flared pants. You got some wide shirts, that aspect of things, but you balance it out. How you feel about the resurgence of baggy?
Resurgence of baggy. Let's just talk about pants in general.
Okay.
Or clothing, man. I really feel like people should just wear what makes them feel comfortable. And that could be cropped pants. That could be flared pants. That could be baggy pants. That could be any type of pant, some skinny jeans, whatever it is that you like, man, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I like them all. So you might see me out wearing some crop pants and then you might see me the next day wearing some oversized flared pants or something. I just appreciate all styles and different types of fashion, man.
Yeah, man. I like that, just the versatility. But you talked about that too. You said that just the range by which you wear.
Yeah.
You know, it's one is what people really love about you, because they can see through you. They can see themselves in many different outfits, many different looks. Yeah. And just being able to kind of help them further build their confidence on, all right, man, if I'm gonna go to this event, right? Let me go see what Q said about what to wear to this event. I remember you did a video about help people understand the tuxedos. We reposted about tuxedos versus suits. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, okay, if it's a black tie affair, you gotta go get a tuxedo. Yeah. But let me help you understand what a tuxedo actually is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, from that kind of content, you know, is there, we've seen a little bit of that from you. Is there more to come in regards to that?
Definitely. And, you know, I think that type of content is the most valuable, because you'll be surprised how many people don't know the difference.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think just breaking it down to a science makes it easier for people to be dressed to impress at those kind of events.
Yeah. 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 Like one of the things that I've noticed, when you know, mm-hmm. And you know, it's one thing, like take the number one suiting rule of everything. Okay. First rule, that bottom button.
Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh. And it's the bottom button. If you got more than one button, that bottom button is undone.
Yeah.
And it's one of them rules that you know, and then you see somebody that doesn't have it, you just look like,
oh man, yeah, you gotta help them out.
Get that bottom button. But it's a, if you know, you know. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm a big, obviously, you know, like I said it before, I said it again, I love suits.
How many suits you got?
And enough. I got enough. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Probably got less than you. I probably got about 50 suits. Oof. About 50 suits. I have enough suits to where I have to
neck and neck.
Yeah, man. I have to reinforce my closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came home off a trip last year, and whole family was gone, right? So nobody heard the fall. But it's like, you know, if a tree falls in the forest, do you still hear it?
Right.
When I came home, my whole top row of my clothes was on the floor. Mm-hmm. That whole rod down, the thing that was holding it broke off. And I was like, I think I might have too many suits.
Right. You do. You do.
I think I might have too many, you know. But that's for a long point in my life, that was my thing. And even now, like, I've slowed down at how many suits I'm accumulating at this point, because now I'm like, oh, let me get some linen pants, right, and let me get some linen shorts and some lighter weight trousers that I can wear in the summertime that don't got to be fully suits, right? So I'm branching on that. I got a ton of joggers now. Jeans still at the bottom of my list. I probably have 5 pair of jeans.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not a big jean guy either.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that, man.
Probably 5. Dark blue, light blue, black, gray, and like a tan.
That's all you need, honestly. Bro.
That's it.
That sounds like the Steve Harvey joint, right?
Yeah, right.
Black, navy, gray, brown, tan.
And then you got all the shirts that go with it. You get this shirt that goes with this pants and this jacket. No, but like I think you know, I'm probably somewhere around there. What you think? You about that?
No, man, I don't know. You know, because I work with so many
true.
different
so, you know, when you work with so many different brands, and they just
over the years you can accumulate a ridiculous amount of things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I probably got a couple hundred pairs of jeans.
Yeah.
I've just been doing it so long. My weight doesn't go up and down too much. So you think about 8 years of content creation
at the same size,
over 100 brands that I've worked with. Dude, I got a lot of jeans, got a lot of suits, I got a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
A lot of everything.
You got a whole room?
Yeah.
For
all this stuff has to go into a room. It ain't
not a closet. You can't do a closet.
No.
Whole room worth of attire. Yeah.
I need to get rid of a lot of it. So I'm thinking about like just selling or giving a lot of it away.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's too much.
Man, for sure. You got a favorite color on the spectrum, right? You got a go-to color?
I think it just depends on the season. But I mean, if I had to wear a certain color, maybe blue. I think that's the most versatile color that I can think of that I own. So,
yeah. You know, shout out to Mavs too as well. You know, got that. I would say Cowboys.
Mavs in 7.
Mavs in 8. We still working on that one.
Right. We got Clay.
We can we'll see how it goes. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. You know, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure he could give us a few. And that was, we need consistency at the 3-point line. That's really, and hopefully Clay can give that to us, and we can have a deeper team at that point. But we, you know, defensively,
Clay can help a little bit, but I still think
he passed his prime of chasing guys around the court, locking them down. You know, that was Clay about 3 or 4 years ago. And no knock to him. I'm not as young as I used to be either, so I get it. But we'll see how the Mavs do.
Luka, I love you, man. You got to play some D, man. You got to slide them feet.
Slide their feet. All right. So favorite shoes, you gave me the ones, you gave me the New Balance, you gave me the Asics. Mm-hmm. Are there any new trends you're starting to see now where you like, oh yeah, I can definitely see that catching on here in the future?
Nothing necessarily new, but just the baggy pant trend. Kind of like what you're talking about. You can buy it at a specific size that fits your waist, but it is baggy. Yeah. So I see that a lot more frequently, and I mean, I rock with it heavy, man.
Yeah. That's right. Because I used to have to buy, like, especially on the pants, you know, I want to be baggy, so I'm getting a 36 for that 30 waist. Man. And it's like you got
it's all scrunched up.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Pull that belt as tight as you can. Just 8 layers of pants just right there. Nah, man. I want to know from you too, right? When it comes to how you leverage your platform for anybody that's looking to build a platform, right? And so you're obviously you lean into fashion, you lean into sports from your voice, right? Luxury lifestyle, honestly, how you lean into things. Mm-hmm. But for anybody trying to build any type of platform, what advice could you give them? Whether it's fashion, whether it's luxury, whether it's lifestyle, what kind of advice could you give somebody?
I think, like I've said before, the most important thing is to stay true to who you are. Don't try to fake it. It's very difficult to maintain that type of lifestyle if that's not really, who you are or what you do. So I think that's number one. Maybe find a niche that is home to you, like things that you do naturally, maybe 2 or 3 things. And then also create quality content. And if you're unable to do it by yourself, I suggest that you pay or outsource the work. Yeah. I mean, that's really a great starting place. Look at other content creators that are in the niches that you're interested in. And of course, don't copy, but, use that as a blueprint for the direction you want to go. Yeah.
Would you say, as a, you are a full-time influencer, mm-hmm. Full-time model, full-time, let me not limit you in that space, right? What would you say is really the hardest part about being an entrepreneur in this space?
I think the hardest part is probably dealing with the ups and downs. Mm-hmm. So like when it's good, it can be really good, right? You can be getting brand deals every day, right? But there are those rough periods where there's droughts and, really you don't see all those emails or calls coming in, and you got to be able to withstand that and kind of just keep creating, right? So
that's consistency, right? Mm-hmm. But that's just with anything. No matter if you're an influencer and an entrepreneur, or if you have a traditional 9-to-5, you can't just not go to work one day. Right. It's just like that don't happen, because if you don't, you get fired, right? And so it's the same thing from the entrepreneur space. Mm-hmm. It requires that consistency. Yeah. Now it's just you forcing yourself to get up and go. Exactly. Right? Still telling the story, still doing what people are tuned into you for. But you got to be consistent, because you the boss. Can't nobody make you wake up and do it. You have to have that fuel in it that makes you do it yourself, right?
Yeah. And one thing I would say is to not be too attached to performance and likes. Yeah. And just, you got to create the content for you. Yeah. Like purely from a creative space and just appreciate that and keep creating. Because once you get attached to those likes and attention, when it's not there, it can be an extreme downer, you know? So I don't really attach myself to any of that. Any of the content is just done and posted.
Yeah.
Right? And we just move forward.
Do you have, and I know Beyonce does this, and you know, I'm putting you on the same level as Beyonce. She does a lot of like post and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And reason being is because she's like, well, one, I don't want to get caught up in what everybody has to say about what I've done. But then two is like, I'm on to the next, you know, I'm using social media as an advertising source.
Yeah.
As it's a content source, but I'm telling the stories. I want people to follow me, to go along this journey. Yeah. I'm not using it to get your approval.
Exactly.
And that's exactly is that what you're saying about?
That's exactly how I feel, man. I don't really want to be caught up in reading comments about what people said about the length of my pants or, you know, the way I decided to wear my button down. So I just post. I'm serious. Like, I mean this wholeheartedly. I go to the next thing. Yeah. Most likely, I may have a brand deal that I'm working on. So I just post and go.
Yeah. Okay. What would be what are your favorite, if you can get this out?
Yeah.
What are like your favorite apps that help you with content creation or content posting?
Lightroom for photos.
Okay.
So Lightroom and Photoshop. Just to clean things up. What else? I like InShot. InShot is pretty dope. That's a video app. CapCut. And that's mainly what I do, because a lot of my content that I create is from the phone or from my laptop, but I do have a photographer and videographer. So some of those bigger projects I outsource to them and they handle it. So
yeah. And that's a important thing about a team, right? Especially from this space. Like, I know a lot of, and being honest, I know a lot of times with the influencer or entrepreneur, they have a deal that comes through and they're like, oh, let's say $10,000.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, $10,000. And so they take 72 hours, and I'm talking about total, to actually shoot the content.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Start over.
Yeah, no.
So to shoot the content, to edit it themselves. So 72, now you look at another 72 hours. So now you're looking at, that's what, 6 days right there. Then to get send it over to whoever you're working with and get their feedback, then go back and edit. Well, you're not an editing expert, so it takes you another 2 days to edit, right? And so they look at that $10,000 and they're like, yes, made it. I got that $10,000. But then the time that goes into it, they've wasted on that versus, all right, take this 10 grand of that. Let me allocate 2,500, 3,000 to work with somebody.
Exactly.
So I can have this content back to me. Cause then you're going to use that 10,000, try to make the next $10,000 deal versus sitting on this one 10,000 deal and just saying like, oh yes, I finally made it. It's like, nah, your time is valuable. Is that a thing that you look at from a space of who you work with, their turnaround times, getting the content back to brands?
Definitely. So I like to pay for my time, right? And I think it's more efficient. My time is used more efficiently if I outsource the work. I'm able to work on multiple projects at once when I outsource the work. So, for instance, I do have an agency that does the back and forth correspondence through emails with any brand that's trying to work with me. So that gives me the time back already because I don't have to consistently check my emails and all that. Also, when it comes to working efficiently and quickly, I have a photographer, videographer that pretty much are on standby. So if I do have something to get done, we can knock it out and I can go to the next project very like effortlessly. Yeah. Right. So I've had situations where maybe I'm working on 4 or 5 different projects at once, but the only thing that enables me to do that is the fact that I'm outsourcing the work.
Yeah. Right? So, outsource the work. Work smarter, not harder.
Right.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder. So last question I got for you. At what point did you start going places and people was like, "Hey, ain't you the guy from the internet?" You know, especially old people, they say at the internet. Weren't you the guy I see on the internet? When did that start happening for you?
You know, honestly, I think just because of the facial hair and how few, you know, similar people there are to me.
Yeah.
I know people have beards and stuff, but not everybody wears suits.
Yeah.
And does menswear.
Yeah.
And so maybe as far back as 2016, 2017.
Okay.
Right. So that's when I started to know, like, oh, wow, this is really reaching thousands of people. I went on a trip to Puerto Rico and, you know, some guy just walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, is this you?" Like, yeah, it's me, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it happened all the time now. You know, so
No,
just used to it now.
Yeah. But you're, and I know you understand this, but you're like actually helping guys to step outside their comfort zone on what they can wear, right? How they can style things together. You know, what are 3 things that you can wear with this and 3 ways to style this same outfit, man. And that's actually empowering brothers and it's motivating brothers. I don't know if you know that. But it gives them that self-confidence that they can walk into a room like, shoot, Q word, I can do it.
Right.
You know? Like,
definitely. I had somebody walk up to me the other day. I went to an event and he was like, "Man, you know, I started my page because of you." And, you know, that just really made me feel good, man.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Something.
Come on, put a little positivity back into the world. All right, man. So we're going to close out with this segment here. All right. This segment here is brought to you by the Black Men's Summit, which is going into our 3rd year with Black Menswear, Surf Forth events, Black Wealth Renaissance. We're doing it in Atlanta this year on September 20th, 21st. Shout out to the A. We always have a great showing in the A. Bro, last year, you was there last year at the A, bro. It was,
I had fun. Man.
Yeah, it was a good time. Bigger and better this year, right?
Okay.
So this segment is called This or That.
Okay.
All right, so you get it. I'm gonna ask you pick one. First thing, coffee or tea?
Neither.
Water.
Coffee. We'll go with coffee.
We'll go with coffee. Okay, appreciate it. Everybody else on this series of episodes we got, everybody said tea, so thank you for the coffee. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Okay. Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Beach, for sure.
It's because you just like to have your shirt off.
Yeah, I ain't climbing up there. To no mountain.
No mountains, you ain't going up there.
Grizzly bears and stuff, boy.
Reading a book or watching a movie?
Ooh, can I say both?
No,
are we able?
Gotta pick one.
Ooh. Movie, I guess.
Movie. Okay, I heard you say it. Watch the movie.
Jeez.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Country living or city life?
City life.
City life. Summer or winter?
Winter.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Work from home or work in an office?
Ooh, work from home. Yeah.
Concerts or sporting events?
Sporting event.
Yeah, I knew the answer to that one. I knew that one. Man, Q, tell them how to follow you, sir.
Man, y'all follow me on Instagram and TikTok at QUEYOUN.
Straight like that, y'all. Again, this is another episode of the Check-In with Black Menswear. If you've heard anything that my guy Queyoun has said today that helps to motivate you and inspire you and help you to step outside of your comfort zone, don't be stingy with it. Share that with somebody else because everybody needs to hear the positivity coming out of our community. So thank y'all again for joining us on the Check-In with Black Menswear. Be good, stay safe, stay healthy, and pass on the empowerment to another brother out there. We'll holla at y'all.